Hey everybody, it's George. Welcome back to the channel. I was wanting to go over some short-term food storage with you. I went out and got some more dry goods, beans, lentils. I got the white beans, pinto beans, and then I have the red, I guess they're kidney beans, but the red beans. Yeah, red kidney beans. And like in my pantry, I don't want to have a bunch of bags of stuff laying around. So what I like to do is, and I buy a lot of these half-gallon jars and stuff, and I have several from flea markets and yard sales and estate sales and stuff. And what I like to do is just take and open the bag. Let me get this hole right, because if you don't, they'll go everywhere. And I like to put them in these jars, and then I will put them in my pantry in the jars, and that way I don't have mice, and I got 6 cats outside. Better know I better not have mice. I'll put it that way. And I don't have no kind of roaches, but anything like that. But sometimes you will get an ant or something like that in the house. And because of that, I would much rather put them in these glass jars, and when I need them, I can just reach in, get the jar, and get what beans I need out of it, and not have to worry about anything bothering it. I know if you mow hay and stuff near your house, I got a lot of friends that's got really clean houses and stuff, and they when they mow their hay, mice will come in the house. I guess they're running from the mowers and stuff, but it's not that somebody's nasty when I say that, but it's just you could have mice come in your house. Now, what I also like to do is, I told you I don't like to throw these used cannon lids away. Well, I'm not looking for this to seal. I'm just looking for it to keep stuff out of it. So, just that easy. Right there's red beans. I've got rice, oatmeal, and several other things in, these glass jars. But now, before I had them, I would take this and put stuff in it. And, I'm going to say a mouse could chew through this. I never had one to, ever bother anything like this. But I'm going to say they could. But in a pinch, this here would work. But now, I like to, let me get this one over here. It don't take long either, but this will actually, if you look at your bean bags, I'll show you here in a second. They're made to sweat. And, anytime a plastic gets hot or warm, and sometimes they'll have little holes perforated in them to kind of help with that. But that also allows, a way for something else to get into that bag. And if you do this, now another thing I like to do is see this almost filled this jar up. I will take and cap that jar off with white beans. I guess I could have had a pair of scissors and made this a little quicker, but Now you'll see here in a second. Okay, I got that jar just about as high as you could get it, and it didn't hold them all. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put a lid on this jar, and then like with this jar here, I've got these pinto beans. We'll see how many hit holds. But anytime I get an opportunity, I like to buy these half-gallon jars just because they are really convenient, and they do amazing on dry goods. I have some that's got salt, sugar, and stuff like that. It's just they're in the pantry, and I use the stuff in them daily. But it's just my way of not having all that mess. And you'd be surprised how much stuff you can get in your pantry once you put them in these jars. You may have to move jars around and stuff, but if it saves room, it makes it where you can have a lot more in your pantry. But I filled this jar up with a bag, and it's a big bag and a little bag of pinto beans. And there they are. Okay, I'm gonna run over and get a couple more jars because I do have these yellow split peas and some more the white navy beans in here. And let me get a couple more jars, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back. Uh, what I have here is a bag of mixed beans that I had in a container over there. And what I'm gonna do is, so I can mix them in together, I'm gonna dump these navy beans in with these. Now, I've heard the phrase my whole life, soup beans. Well, then you see pinto beans, navy beans, and the best I can figure is if it's got more than one bean, or I've got 3 or 4 different beans in it, that would be considered a soup bean. But what I'm gonna do is put these in a jar also as mixed beans, and when I get ready to make beans or soup beans, I'll have these ready to go. And it don't matter that it doesn't fill the jar because I'm using on these. I will be using these. And I don't know if you've tried lentils or split peas. I love both. And I know I eat a lot of food that most people won't, and I guess that's a good thing. But I do like these split peas, to make split pea soup, or I use lentils in soups and stuff like that. It's just another way to add nutrition to your meals. But now I do rotate my stock, so I don't like have something over there that's 20-year-old and then, putting in new stuff to eat. But I know I had 2 more flats. I'm gonna go ahead and put flats on these. And then I will put these in the pantry. And basically what happens is they go in the pantry right side by side like this, and I just slide them back in there. And I have like the dry goods on top, and then I have the like canned stuff, the green beans and stuff that you get out of the store is in the lower part. But I really like this idea. I even put flour and meal into the 1-gallon pickle jugs, and that way, if you're taking now on flour and meal, you need to put it in the refrigerator for 7 days. And then you can put it in, bring it out and put it into your jars, and it won't get those little weevils or, bugs in it, as everybody calls them, but they're weevils is what they are. And it was in there. They just hadn't, hatched. The eggs was in your stuff. It wasn't like they climbed in. It's already in there. It's just you don't know it. And, when you cook it, it kills the eggs. So, but if you'll put it in the freezer for about 7 days, you won't have those no more. And I've got flour meal in there that's, I don't use a lot of it because I'm trying to, lose some weight. But I've got some that's probably a year old and it ain't got no bugs in it or nothing. And it works out real well. And I keep grits, flour, meal, I ain't always in there, I know. But, I keep oatmeal, I keep that in those. And then, like these here, if you finally can get some of these, start using them like I am, it is such a convenience. And, there's nothing going to get through this jar unless you drop it and bust it. And, they did make a thing over here. I bought a trick. It's supposed to vacuum seal this. I have yet to get it to vacuum seal anything. So, maybe I just don't know what I'm doing or whatever. But, I keep these beans like where I had them in them Mylar bags. They'll stay good for, many years. Well, these here, will stay good for, well over a year. And I will use these before a year's up. And I always like to soak my beans overnight before I use them. And I know they say that, you're not supposed to have to hunt gravels, but I do. I spread them out and look through them, make sure there's nothing in there, because if you want to have a bad tooth, crack your tooth in one of them gravels. But this is going to be a short video. But if you can't find these, save jugs and stuff like this and put rice and stuff in this. It's still better. I mean, this is a lot tougher than this. And even rice, now with any kind of grain, you got to put in the freezer. And, once it comes out of the freezer, you can put it in these. But I have rice and everything in these. I love these jars. And I probably have, 4 dozen of them. And if I go to a yard sale today and there's somebody for sale, I'm going to buy them. And, I just want to show y'all how I do this for my pantry. My pantry is a mess right now, or I'd show you, but I bought a bunch of odds and ends to put in there, and I need to get it more organized. This is why I'm doing this, is starting an organization process. But my bean jar was empty. I didn't see no beans, and I didn't see no split peas. Now, I don't care if they're yellow or green split peas. I like them. But, I'm trying to get my pantry organized today and get it back into organized where I can see what I'm doing. But right now, where I've been canning so much and, trying to get all this stuff done, my house is, to me, it's in a wreck. Everybody else says, well, it ain't that bad. Everybody knows you're canning and stuff. It's still, a wreck. And I've got 22 dozen jars I've canned this year so far. And, here in about a week, I'm hoping that Henry's will get some cannimators in. And if they do, I'm going to go up there and get me about 5 or 6 boxes and start canning tomatoes. And I know we went over it once with them hot tomatoes, but I'll show you how I make my tomatoes, my regular tomatoes, tomato juice. I need to make some spaghetti sauce and stuff like that too. And, we'll go through and can all that and show you. But right now it's just, I'm going to try to get the pantry done. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't going to do a video of it because I don't want people think, God, what a mess. But, it's just where I've been bringing stuff in, putting it in it, and just hadn't had time to go through and sort it, so that's what I'm trying to do today. It's a little wet outside, showery, and I got some more green beans coming off. Thank God. I'm gonna take the little mule, which is my sled, and I'm gonna take it down there in the garden tomorrow. And it's supposed to be pretty tomorrow, not as it'll be kind of a little drier. I'm gonna pick them green beans, and I'm hoping by tomorrow evening I'll be canning some more green beans. But anytime that you do come in and you buy extra, these beans and stuff are not expensive, I promise. But if you'll get them, and if y'all want me to, I'll do a thing on making beans and stuff like this, because I know there's a lot of people out there may not know how to do that. They get them in a can, and fix them on the stove real quick. These do take a lot longer, but they have a lot better taste when you get done with them. But I hope you liked the video. I wanted to just do this real quick while I was, putting all these in jars and showing people that, this is pantry staples that I keep in my pantry. All of it was, and they'll all be in my pantry for when I need them. They're there. But I'll let you go. Y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be good to each other. And we'll see you on the next video.